Thank you. I'm glad we got that out of the way. You were, I mean, if you want, look, I appreciate the energy, the spirit, the sense of pride and purpose that unite everybody here today. And I'm grateful for the remarkable turnout. And I'm grateful as well to see so many faces we saw in March of 2023 when we launched this idea and promoted a sense of idealism that we could do better, we could do more. Inspired by programs around the rest of the world, a mindset that suggested that, success leaves clues. There was power of emulation. And that our job was to do more, but also be more open to change, be more data-driven, focus on innovation, focus on reform, focus on improving results. It was always about public safety. It was always about community safety. It was about, yes, being smart on crime. You can say smart as well as tough on crime. Was not about the old binaries. It was just about pragmatism. It was about dealing with the fundamental fact that 95% of people in this system are going to go back into your neighborhood. And what kind of neighbors do you want them to be? Tens of thousands of people every single year are being released from the system, up 30,000+ every single year. Are they coming back broken? Are they coming back better? Are they coming back more enlivened, more capable? Are they coming back into prison? Over and over, this cycle, and over and over and over and over again. We needed to break that cycle. So we needed to break down, yes, the physical wall, but we also needed to break down the mindset that frankly had put us in this box since 1852. And box is the operative word. The angles, the design, the mindset that had frankly trapped us in the old ways of doing things. And the mindset needed to be stretched as well. We didn't want to pave over the old cow path. We didn't want a new modern version of the old system. And so we're very blessed, and I just feel it needs to be highlighted. The architects, the designers, their willingness to think anew so that we can ultimately act anew in Tanisha's framework and take these community conversations and manifest them and make them real. Yes, it's about colors. And it's about sounds in the context of people coming in and total shock and awe that this is about to happen. And we saw that firsthand with some of the folks that literally walked in today, inmates that hadn't seen the other side of this fence, that saw the wall come down, but never imagined what would be produced and conceived here. And so to McCarthy and the team, they talk about government inefficiency. And Chris just said it. It came in under time, 30-ish months to get this done. I also threatened the hell out of them if they didn't get it done before I was gone. But they did that and on budget, which is just shows what can be done in very difficult circumstances. It's not easy to work in these environments. But it is about changing environments, about changing minds, and it's ultimately about the power now that we have to promote a different mindset and to promote this across the rest of the system. And so this is the idea. And, it's part of the controversy of this as well. That's why I think it's even more, that's why I'm even more prideful of this moment. There was some that just wanted us to, like peanut butter, just spread it out. If you're going to spend a few $100 million, just spread it out over the entire system. But then it wouldn't have felt like nothing. It felt like something, but really nothing. And you couldn't see it. You couldn't believe it. Your mind is not going to necessarily be stretched. It's nice that we added a barbecue here, maybe a bench there, and there's a few extra. It just didn't feel like that was going to be the answer. That's been the approach in the past. We needed to be smash mouth. We needed to do something bold and big. We needed to do something that literally would people go, wait a second. And all of a sudden now, we've stretched their minds about what can be done in other parts of the state. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of facilities waiting for this kind of investment. And the community, again, is the biggest beneficiary. And so, again, gratitude to the team that brought it together, to Daryl Steinberg, who immediately said, yes, and what more I can do. And that was not easy, because there were a lot of cynics about this. There was a lot of prior promotion about reforming our prison system. And he said, Valley State's nice, some good work being done, Can we get Butnick involved? I said, of course. You're not going to have a choice. And can we get Bree involved? And we had Doug involved, and Tanish and others. And all of a sudden, this team started to gel together. And I'll never forget that presentation. You guys came up with the first charrettes, and I think there were 44 recommendations, 240 action items. I'm like, this is getting real. And so did our efforts to get this through the legislature. Christina Arari's here, my ledge director. Thank you for all your hard work and stewardship. To Ann Patterson, who made this. She's standing in the back because she getting all like me. I think 2 or 3 times today we were like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Walking away because it is emotional. To go back to the East Block, what was the largest death row in the Western Hemisphere. Just remarkable. And when we announced, there was, I think, 737 people condemned. When we announced here in 2023, and to see that process of conversion, that will be the next big event that we invite you all to see. And that progress is more than halfway done over there. To see the progress in the upper yard as well as we start to open up those space, tripling the size of the educational and rehabilitation programs, tripling, 81,000 square feet. The opportunity to see the Bay, open air classrooms right up top, and to start connecting that sense of humanity and hopefulness is what this is all about. So again, I'm very proud of this. I live down the road, so I've been driving by this and seeing the hard hats as they're coming in every day, and it's just it's really wonderful. I haven't been here in it's been about a year, and I've been here a dozen plus times, and I took a little break because I wanted to see more progress, and I've seen it. And so to all of you, to the warden, it's about leadership. He could have sabotaged this. He could have dragged his feet. He could have said one thing to me and then said something very different to everybody else, saying guys like that Newsom, they come and go, right? He's going to be termed out or we're going to kick him out. And I didn't hear any of that behind my back. And nor was CCPOA. And that's a big damn deal. Because, with respect to the people that bash this union, they're wrong. These guys have stepped up. And I don't know what other, correctional unions are doing across the country, but they ain't like ours. These guys stepped up. They went to Norway. They saw what this is about, and I want to close on that. It's about their members. You want to come into a tough environment, the mental health that so many of the staff are struggling with, coming back home and not ever being able to unsee what they saw at work, feeling that anxiety and stress. And, sometimes you put a mask on and your face grows into it. And sometimes they become bitter and harder people. And this opens them up, cracks folks open in a way that humanizes relationships, and it's all about relationships. And so I'm just really grateful to your team and for your willingness to step up and enlighten leadership like a district attorney from San Francisco that gets it and also gets things done. And that's the final point I'll make. The new crime numbers just came out. 12% violent crime below the major city police chiefs association data, below pre-pandemic levels. Last year, homicides down 18%, robberies down 19%, just last year. Continue to make progress, continue to make investments on vertical prosecution, accountability, absolutely. More support in the CHP and others. We're doing that, but you can do both things at the same time. And we're proving that here in California. So again, long-windedly, I say thank you. Thank you for giving us this space. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity. This wouldn't happen unless people are willing to make it happen. And finally, to the legislature. They had our back. We had to come back a few extra times to convince them it was the right thing to do. But I also want to thank the prior pro tem and current leadership, but the prior leadership that really made sure that we stewarded the funds, got this done at the same time. So all of you, thank you. Wish you all were outside for the ribbon cutting. The ribbon was kind of walking around, but it was a wonderful thing, and we're looking forward to tearing down this fence in a few weeks and seeing this sense of optimism community take shape in an organic way, because at the end of the day, it's all about people. So thank you all very, very much for being here, and thank you for the progress. Thank you.